Hi everyone, Dragon Critic aka Leo O'Brien, and today I'm going to be seeing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 with my good friend Tig. I'm very excited to see the movie. Sadly, I couldn't get to go to the Irish premiere, so sadly I couldn't do a review earlier than I thought it would have been, so yeah, which is a bit of a shame. But I'm very excited to see the film. I rewatched both the first two movies. I actually really like the first one now. I think it's a fun, solid film. But the second one is a masterpiece. I was so surprised by how much I loved the second one on rewatch. Like, I used to think it was a very, very good film. Now I think it's masterpiece, genuine masterpiece, 10 out of 10, easily. Brilliant, brilliant film. And I have seen the holiday special, which I thought was pretty solid, and I have seen I Am Groot, which is decent. I wouldn't call it amazing, but decent little series. So I'm hoping the third one is good. I've been hearing a lot of really good things. I've been hearing by some that it's the best of the three and a very emotional film. So I'm taking that. I really do hope that that's true, because the MCU has been starting to slip. Doctor Strange 2, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever were good, but very disappointing in my book. And I did like Ant-Man 3, Quantumania. I just think it's the weakest Ant-Man film. But it's a slight pickup, I would say. It's a slight, I would say, it's not a bad start to Phase 5 of the MCU. Maybe the direction for the future could be interesting. But now we have the finale of the Guardians of the Galaxy series, and I hope it's a great movie. So I'm off to the cinema, and here's to hoping for a great, great conclusion. Can't wait to see that. Only a few weeks away. Let's hope this is a good one. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was released in 2023 and was directed by James Gunn. It tells the story of Peter and his team who must defend the universe on a very important mission, and if they fail this mission, this could lead to the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So when it came to the third movie in the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy or saga, because there is more, there is the I Am Groot series and the holiday special, but I mean, just, in terms of the movies, obviously it is a trilogy. I was pretty intrigued to see it. But I wasn't super hyped. It was mainly until I rewatched the second film and was blown away by it on rewatch. My expectations got a little higher for the third movie. And after the really, positive reaction it got from critics, audiences, I have been hearing really good things about this movie. And a few have told me before going into it, it was the best of the trilogy. It's the best Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And when it comes to the MCU recently, they haven't been great, and they're starting to slip, and it's really does seem the MCU is played out now. But I think with Ant-Man 3, while it is definitely the weakest Ant-Man film, it was a good start to the fifth phase of the MCU. But after seeing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I have to say, this movie is a masterpiece. This is a true outstanding masterpiece. I was blown away by this film. When it started, I had a very good feeling I was in for a brilliant, brilliant film, as the intro was pretty damn epic, I have to admit. But I was so impressed and so happy with this movie. Holy crap, it was good. And I mean epic. My friend Tig was hoping for it to be a really good movie, as he's a big fan of the first two movies, and he was so impressed with it. He loved this film, and I agree. I thought this movie was outstanding. Like, oh my god, I can't believe it. This movie actually topped the second film, and I'm gonna say it. This is one of my new favorite MCU films. I loved it that much, and I really do want to go see it again. So, the storyline. It's really, really engaging, and the tone is perfect. There is such a good balance with humor, comedy, drama, tragedy, and a lot of emotion, especially regarding Rocket Raccoon. There is so much great things in this movie. There's so much humor and also so much emotion. Like, everything is balanced so damn well. And when we're learning so much more about the character of Rocket Raccoon, it really is an interesting story for the character. Raccoon has such a great arc in this movie. So does everyone else, but Raccoon's arc in the movie is the most compelling and most interesting. He's actually my favorite character of the team. And what they give him in this film is just absolutely fantastic. And he has some very epic lines of dialogue in the film. And oh my god, just wow is his arc in this film. Very good. Everyone else has very good arcs too. Star-Lord has a great arc. Gamora has a pretty good arc. Drax, Mantis, and Nebula, they have good arcs. And Groot has an interesting story in the film. But I just think Rocket Raccoon and Peter Quill's arcs in the film are phenomenal. And I also think there's a lot of great things regarding the villain. I think the villain is very well written. I'll talk about him more when I talk about the characters. But I was just so impressed by how well written and how good the story is. There is not a single dull moment. Now, granted, the movie, I would say, actually does feel like 3 hours. It actually does feel a lot longer than 2.5 hours, but it's great pacing. There's not a single dull moment, and even with the more slower moments, it's still at such a great pace. Like, the pacing is just phenomenal, and the direction by James Gunn, absolutely fantastic. Like, holy crap, is this film good. The direction is just outstanding. It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, the story is just engaging. It's so engaging, and it's just a lot of fun. This is definitely the best MCU movie since No Way Home. The visuals, the effects, CGI, absolutely amazing. And the action is epic. There's a really cool action scene in the third act, and they play a really catchy song, and it's epic. It actually got me chills, and I was just invested. I genuinely was so invested in the story. I was engaged, and I really wanted to see how everything would end up, and it's so satisfying to watch. The action is just phenomenal. It's so well choreographed and so well shot, and it's so exciting. The actors do a phenomenal job. I think Chris Pratt has to be the standout performance. He is the standout performance in the first two movies in my book as well, but this one, his performance, absolutely phenomenal. Star-Lord Peter Quill has to be the greatest character Chris Pratt has ever played. It probably is his most iconic and most popular character, but he owns the role. He is this character, and he does a phenomenal job, and everyone else delivers a brilliant performance to their characters. There's not a single bad performance in this film. The acting in the film, great stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. And the characters, there is a few underdeveloped ones, but the characters are great.
Peter was great in this film. His arc was really interesting, and I really liked the direction with his character, especially in the very ending. Gamora was pretty good. Sometimes I felt she was a little over the top, but it was still nice to see her again and seeing how she appreciates Peter again. Drax, Mantis, Nebula, and Groot were very good in the film. They have good dynamic with one another, and they each have very good arcs in the film. Raccoon's arc in the movie, though, is absolutely incredible, and it's the best part of the storyline. It really is the highlight of the film, especially with the character of Rocket Raccoon. Lila was a nice addition to the cast along with her crew. She is a lot different than what I was expecting from the trailer, but she was still a very nice character and had a great dynamic with Rocket. Adam Warlock was good enough but could have used a bit more development. The High Evolutionary, however, was an excellent villain. He's not quite as good as the villain from the second film, but damn, he is good. Not only is he a massive dick, but he's such a great character in the film, and the performance is absolutely fantastic. He is a great villain. Oh yeah, and as a dog lover, Cosmo the dog is adorable.
So despite there being a few underdeveloped characters, they are really good, and it's so nice to see them again. And the dynamic with the Guardians of the Galaxy is even stronger here than it is in the first two movies. The music is, once again, excellent. It's fantastic. The instrumental is epic. The songs are fantastic. And when they play a song throughout an action scene, it's just epic. It just suits the scene so well, and it actually adds much more excitement to the scene. I feel if it wasn't for a couple of the songs throughout the action scenes, it wouldn't be as epic without the songs. Sometimes I feel a certain scene in certain films, if the music was removed, it wouldn't be the same. So the music in this movie is just, it's amazing. It's absolutely brilliant. I have to say, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was a very good film. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is a masterpiece in my book. But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, holy crap, it is so much better than most of the Phase 4 movies, and so much better than Ant-Man Quantumania. This movie is absolutely amazing.
Overall, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was epic. It tells such an engaging story, amazing action, brilliant performances, great characters, and great music. Not only is it the best of the three, but I dare say it's the best live action movie of 2023 so far. I'm definitely going to give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 a 10 out of 10.
I am still blown away by how good it was. And I have a feeling I'll like it more on rewatch. And I can't wait to see it again. I want to see it again because it was that good. It was better than I thought it would be, to be honest. So there were certain characters delivered a little differently than I was expecting from the trailer, but it was still absolutely phenomenal. Like, holy crap, it was good. And I just think it deserves all the hype and the positivity. It's true. This movie is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. I can't believe it topped the second one, and it's now one of my favorite live action movies. So, that is it for my review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I hope you enjoyed my review. What do you guys think of the film? Stay tuned for my next review, and until then, guys, take care. I hope you guys are doing well. And stay tuned for the next video. And until then, skadoosh everyone.